Good morning there, stylist. This is Elise for Team Stellarazzi GEMS. How are all of you doing today? So, I've just come back from a couple of great events. I was at Director's Retreat all last week, and there was so much newness and training and fun to be had with the spring collection. So, I'm very excited to be sharing some news with you. But specifically, I'm going to be doing a series of videos, but specifically this particular video is going to be about getting some fresh meat. We're talking about getting new leads, people that you do not know, and so that you can build out your list. Because the exciting news that was announced at Director's Retreat was that starting January 9th, which was I think last Friday, we are all in Jumpstart for the next 60 days. So this is our second chance to rack up and earn more product credit as well as cash bonuses if we sponsor qualified stylists. So this is very exciting because we need some motivation, we need an incentive, we can get together and just really powwow it out so that we can really get our new year of 2014 off to an amazing start. So are you with me? I'm really excited. I'm excited that it's a do-over for me because when I signed up to be a stylist last year, I literally, truly was flying by the seat of my pants. And so I understand the pain of new stylists that sign up not knowing what's going to happen next, or they're out in left field, or life is happening, you got kids, you're a new mommy, you have a new job, you have a job and a family. It's a lot to take in. So ladies, please do not fret or freak out. Just know that we are in this together, and I'm here to coach you along the way, as I also am getting coaching too, because together we can do a lot of great things. So I believe in you, and I hope you believe in you too, and we're going to move forward. So with this being in a new jumpstart for everyone, we get this opportunity to be able to earn the product credits, a percentage of your sales, because as you know, when we first signed up, Jumpstart was all about trunk shows and having qualified trunk shows of $500 or more and 4 unique orders. And although that was great, what was happening there, as Home Office noted, is that the system was being manipulated, and also stylists were being compelled and felt the need to pad their trunk show. And so we still want you to have a great trunk show, and we still want you to move forward in your business. But instead of focusing on 2 qualified trunk shows at $500 each, which essentially is $1,000 in sales, it is now strictly on retail sales. So that makes it a little bit easier. So when you do get those web orders, it's going to go towards something, and you don't feel like, oh my God, if that would have been my 4th order on my trunk show, I would have been qualified. Now you don't have to worry. I mean, you still want to be qualified every month so that you can get those extra perks like earning the consistency bonus as well as earning some business credits. But now you can truly focus on the dollar retail sales. So it's wonderful because we can earn a percentage in free product credit based on the dollar amount of sales. So essentially, I believe the increment is $1,000 to $4,999 is 10% of your retail sales in product credit. And then I think $5,000 to $9,999 is 15% in product credit, and I think $10,000 and above in sales would be 20% in product credit, which is amazing. So I'm excited about that because I'm really striving for stellar seller now every month, which is $5,000 in retail sales. And so I'm going to try. I'm going to go for it. And you know what, ladies? Don't be worried if you try and you don't hit the goal. At least you are further ahead in your business. So please don't get bogged down with the details and just do it. Just have fun with it, okay? So we're going to be in this together. I will be setting up some coaching calls so that we can really figure out what our game plan is and what our next steps are as a team and individually. So I will be reaching out to you all via email, and then you can let me know what your schedule looks like so that we can schedule our weekly calls. Okay, so that's the fun stuff. And the next thing would be for sponsoring. And that is something that I think I will address in another video, because I want to get to the nitty gritty, because at the end of the day, you can't have sales if you don't have customers. And we know that we've exhausted our who do you know list. We've asked everybody and their mother out of our current list, and we haven't quite reached out to a new market or haven't networked with a new group. So the thing that I've discussed with many of you is for you to drop off lead raffles at different varying businesses and locations. So some key things that you need to get together. And it could be anything that's going to be compact and neat, easy for you to drop off, and everything should be in our group under the files. There will be a template for a Lacquer Lounge GC winner template, and I think it's a Word document so you can edit it. And you're going to need the Stella Dot stationery, which you can get a pack. I think it's a pack of 40. It comes with the actual stationery and the envelopes for like $6, I believe it is. It's this size paper, and you see the Stella Dot is at the bottom, and it's kind of slightly heavier than regular paper. It's kind of like a cardstock. Now, if you want to just put on regular cardstock and cut it down, that's fine. I like it because it's already sized. It's ready to go, 5x7. It has our logo on it already. So I do paper invites for my hostesses, so I feel that you should just be getting them anyway with your product credit. Your business credit, or you can purchase them to start just so that you have them. Okay, so you're going to need this paper so that you can print off from the files section of our group. It's under Lacquer Lounge. That was just like a generic one that I had used prior in a different raffle. But it gives you the idea of what it can say, and then you can decide to do what you want to do with it, with wording and revising and editing it, okay? So that's that. Then there is another template in there that's called Raffle Entry. I think it's a PDF, and it is further down in the list. And what I do is it's in color, but I try to refrain from printing on my color printer. I have two printers. I have a laser black and white printer that does mass printing, like black and white documents, because I don't always need to have it in color. And then I have a color printer designated just for like making my, printing out my more colorful invites or labels that are colorful, or my trunk show exclusive flyers, or whatever promos we currently have with Stella. I dedicate to that printer. So I have two different printers because I print a lot, an insane amount at home, and so I felt it was necessary to have two different printers. So you're more than welcome to print off a color sheet of raffle entries to use for this specific project. And Piers actually made a beautiful document for raffle entries, and it fits a lot of entries on them. I think there's like 10 or 12 to a sheet. Gorgeous, rainbow colored. If you want to print that off, absolutely, you may do so. I kind of cheat. I do want it to be bright and eye-catching. So when I print my raffle entries off, I only do 6 to a page because that's the document that I'm using. But I do it in black and white, and this is actually a bright green. It's like neon highlighter green color. I mean, I don't know if you can tell in this video. It's bright. You can see it from over there. And so I print off on bright paper so I know it's mine. And then I end up using a paper cutter, and I cut these down. And I leave like 30 or 40 of them at the salon or the location that I am leaving these raffled catered bubbles and blings at. Okay, so you're going to need to print off raffle entries. You're going to need your sign. You're going to need your business cards, or you can leave mini lookbooks. You can leave a stack of minis with your label on them. And so what I do, or what I've decided to do, is that I went to the dollar store. This is plastic. This is a vase, and they're $1. So I like it because it has the height, so it's slender, so it'll fit in almost every nook and cranny of any establishment that you leave it at. And then what I do is I take the sign and I tape it. I literally tape it, and it stays upright because it's a little cardstock, and it's just perfectly there. And then if you want, you can tape on a string, a pen if you want a pen to stay with it, because I feel like if you leave a loose one, it's going to travel and leave or be missing. And then I cut down the 30 to 40 entries, and I literally just stuff them in there. And then when I come to the establishment, I will, take them out and put them next to the container. And so this is what we're doing, ladies. From the beginning of my business, I had heard a lot about what is called the catered bubbles and bling raffle. And so what it is literally many women were using this concept at trade shows and vendor events as a way to draw interest to people to your table. We all know that the bread and butter of the Stella business is the in-home trunk show. So when you are doing a vendor event or any type of event per se, it is not a sales, it's not going to yield sales. If anything else, it is a business builder, which means you are reaching out and meeting new people, new contacts, and it is going to give you some networking and get you connectors that will help, refer your business or just give you future business that may lead to a potential sale or in-home trunk show. But majority of the time, they are not going to yield sales. And so many women have done this during their trade show or vendor event just to arouse interest, enter people into a raffle, and then in hopes of connecting with them at a later date. So we're doing the same thing, but not doing it at a vendor event. We are going to go to those local mom and pop shops that we all know about that exist in our area, and you can cast your net a little wider and go to a new area that you would like new business in. And I particularly like to zero in on mom and pop pizza shops, sandwich shops, local eateries, and not necessarily chain or franchise restaurants type places. Unless they're open to it, that might be doable, but usually I find that they're not often open to that, but you don't know until you ask, so try. Salons, nail salons, dry cleaners, doctor's offices, anywhere that you will have a customer or a client or a patient that may be sitting in a waiting area is very ideal, because it gives them some time to look around and they would just happen to see your little display. And we want to keep it little and compact so that it doesn't obstruct the area or take up too much space, because that's when that business owner or that establishment will be more willing to have you place it there. And so what the idea would be is to make a few of these. I would say start out with 2 to get your feet wet, to make sure that you can have control over what you're doing and drop them off at the same time and pick them up at the same time. So you're working smart with your time and you're not all over the land, running all over the place looking for these things, okay? And what you're going to do initially is what you would like to do. This is going to be the second choice option when you're talking to a business, because your first choice option, ladies, is to offer to do a pop-up Stella trunk show at their location. So you say, I would love to collaborate and pair up with you, and so draw some new business into your store, as well as get some business from your existing business for my business. And you can offer to do a pop-up and set up shop, especially Valentine's Day is in February. It's around the corner, so this would be ideal. And you offer to do the pop-up to see if they'll let you in and do a couple hours at their location to just get some leads and business. And you can still do this catered bubbles and bling or cupcakes and champagne trunk show. You can still have them enter the raffle to win while you are doing the pop-up. And they will win like a free piece of jewelry from the new collection or whatever you want it to be. You choose how you want to do it. Now, if they would happen to say, no, I don't really want you in my space, you know that you always get those no's about whatever reason. They're not comfortable, they don't know you quite well yet, they're not sure. Then your second option would be, how about this? I totally get it, I understand, it's a little bit of a setup, more involved than you would like. Would it then be okay if I would leave this raffle vase here on a weekly basis, and what I will do is I will buy a gift certificate to win for your establishment. So let's pretend we're at a pizza shop. A pizza slice is like what, $5? You could do a $5 or a $10 gift certificate. So you put that on your sign. So like here, I'm doing an acupuncture place. My girlfriend has an acupuncture place, and she does treatments for $20. So I'm letting the winner win a $20 gift certificate for one treatment. So you could do $5 for towards pizza or the establishment, or $10 towards a sandwich or a hoagie at a Subway or whatever sandwich shop, or $10 towards nail services at a salon, $10 towards a haircut or a service at a salon, what have you. You understand what I'm saying? So you're gonna put that dollar amount of a gift certificate, and in conjunction to winning that gift certificate, they will also win a catered bubbles and bling or cupcakes and champagne show. And then going down forward, I also say there will be 10 runners up that will win a catered bubbles and bling or cupcakes and champagne show. So depending on the number of leads, you can pick one grand prize winner and then still reach out to the other winners as well. Isn't that great? So this is a great way for you to get new leads and new business. So you will make up the sign and you'll put it at your location. So pick 2 locations that you feel comfortable, reach out to everybody and then do that. And then what you'll want to do is you'll want to check it weekly. So if you dropped it off Sunday, Monday, go pick it up Friday, Saturday. And you can bring like new entry forms along so you can just switch out. And to keep everything clean and organized, I would paper clip or rubber band that stack of entry forms and write on the back what location it's from. If you're dropping off a few locations, you don't want to get them mixed up. And then 2, the date that you're picking up, so you know your window of following up with those leads. Okay, so the ideal thing would be is you would have at least 10 leads in there. If you figure a person 1 a day would already yield 6 or 7 leads, but you're hoping throughout the day, each day, there's going to be multiple leads. So you could easily have 10, 20, 30, it just depends on the busyness of that location and who's entering. And then you can decide if you want to pick more than one grand prize winner. You could pick 5 winners if you end up having 30 and you're only spending $5 for a gift certificate for a slice of pizza. It's $25, but it gets you in the door, and you'll be able to schedule and book these future trunk shows with new people that you do not know. So it's exciting because you're going to meet new people. And of course, the winner of the gift certificate must hold their trunk show to be able to redeem that gift certificate and to receive it. You don't want to go for broke and just have it go into cyberspace. Okay? So, does that sound good? I think this is a great way for you to meet new people. And all you have to do is just collaborate with your local business owners and try out 1 or 2 locations and do it for a month, because you don't know how you're going to be able to handle the follow-up with all these people, because you're not always going to reach them on the first go until you get like a system in place. I think a month is good to just do 2, and then you can start to add on. But this is something that is a surefire way to reach new business and to spread out and to cast your net and to just get new people into your pipeline, so you can have future trunk shows, especially with all the incentives we have now, with all being in Jumpstart. This is a surefire way that you'll be able to move forward in your business. Okay, sounds great. Now, speaking about the Jumpstart, we were at our spring rally last night, and I was just reiterating with the lovely Erin and Leslie that since we are in Jumpstart, you want to go through your whole list again. Past hostesses, past customers, or people that you've wanted to do stuff with that still have not said yes. And of course, we'll reach out to them and see if they want to host a trunk show. But I would pick a date in the next 30 or 60, pick a date within the next 30 days or so, and make that be a launch show again for yourself. Or you can just label it like a mystery show, whatever you want to do. Invite everyone to be a hostess, and if they say no, then invite them to that trunk show so that you can get them somewhere at some place. If they don't want to host, that's fine, but get them so that they can come for your show. And I think you could do like a sweetheart social trunk show for Valentine's Day. Pick the second or the last day that will be on time shipping for Valentine's Day, and host a show and have those last minute husbands that are trying to shop for their wives. Don't be afraid to reach out to the men on Facebook, private message wise, and just be like, hey, I know it's a little early to be thinking about Valentine's, but if you don't have any ideas yet, I would love to help you shop for your wife, your girlfriend, your mother, or your sister, whoever, and offer them a great deal if they're making more than one purchase, you know, so that they can get everything together. If you're reaching out to people that are local to you, that you could easily drive to and meet in person, offer special complimentary gift wrapping. On top of the fact that we already have cute gift boxes, you can offer this service, and it's enticing to some people because they want to really be wowed and they want to be able to wow whoever they're gifting to. So this is a great add-on feature that you can offer to your local business of customers. Okay, but hopefully I didn't talk too fast, and hopefully you got all of that information. If you need help, please message me on Facebook or text me. You know you can always find me, but I'm hoping that this is going to be a way for you to go outside of your comfort zone and reach out and get new business. This is my next couple weeks is what I'm going to be focusing, is leaving lead raffles vases for certain businesses, as well as catching up on emails and really making sure that I warm up my leads and I warm up my customers and prospects and potential stylists, and that I am utilizing all the tools that are given to us in our Stylist Lounge. We have a lot of new stuff going on that's going to help us do our business better. And so I'm, you know, motivating you and hoping to inspire you to just kind of get started and get going, because it's hard to get going, but once you do, you build a great momentum and you just can take off. So hope that helped. This video is getting way too long. I'm going to make a couple more videos related to all the other new information that I learned at Director's Retreat. So until then, I'll talk to you soon and have a great day.